players taking the next step. Haaland and Sancho. There's been a lot of rumours, especially because of Dortmund's poor form recently, that they're going to be moving away, and they're heavily linked to the Premier League, respectively. Haaland with Manchester City and Sancho to Man United. But if you are Sancho's agent, if you are the club's agent, what club would you go to if you were Haaland or Sancho? Which club best suits you?
I think for me, both Haaland and Sancho should come to Man United. That's where I would personally
Tell them why, Clive. Be the agent. Why should Haaland?
You're the agent. I'm Josh. Do you want to be Haaland or Sancho?
I'll be Haaland and I'll be both.
Well, no, that's a bit greedy, mate.
I'll be John. Right, carry on.
Sorry, John. You can be Sancho. I'll be Haaland. You be the agent. Right? Try and convince us, Clive.
To be honest, I just want Man United to win again. So having Haaland and Sancho in the team would be quite helpful.
Right, we're off.
I'd rather sign for Brighton.
Might rather go Brighton.
Can you imagine if Haaland signed for Brighton?
Why should no? But
him and Neil Maupay up front would be. He should come to Leeds. To be fair, he's got a Leeds connection with him.
That's what I mean. I think if Leeds were a Champions League side, I think he probably would be.
Sancho moved to Man United.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that deal was done last summer. They were just haggling over a few quid, but now they're willing to drop the price, aren't they? So
yeah.
I don't think we need him desperately. I think your priorities are a centre back and a right back. I was talking about this with my dad yesterday. Because at the moment Wan-Bissaka, Aaron. He's great. But look what happened when you brought Shaw in. When you brought Tellers in for Shaw. It's brief performances. And for me, Wan-Bissaka's just. I know he scored against Southampton, but he's not great going forward. And for me, you need someone there who's going to just give him maybe just a bit of a kick up the arse. But I think the centre back, and it seems to be every window of Man United. It's the same positions that need improving. It's a centre back, a right back, a holding midfielder, and a right winger. It's always the same four positions that we come back to in the window.
Arguably, holding midfielder is more crucial than a right back, right?
I think with Scott McTominay, Fred, Pogba.
I think it was this time last year, or maybe in January, but now you've got the Scott McTominay coming. I suppose we've just come out of January like 6-7 days ago.
8 days ago.
8 days ago, yeah. So yeah, but they've got McTominay, they've got Fred, they've got players like that who can play in that role. They've got Van der Beek, who even knows what role he plays in anymore. I haven't seen him really play all that often. Now Pogba's injured, I want to see Van der Beek play, but.
John, is Man United the right move for Sancho?
I don't. I think after this season, I think he'll see a different side to Man United that I think a lot of people would have thought in the summer. I think in the summer, my criticism of him potentially going to Man United would have been, look at the amount of players who've gone there. Alexis Sanchez went there, ruined his career in the Premier League effectively. You don't really want to see that happening to Sancho, who admittedly hasn't had as better season in the Premier League. No, in the Bundesliga, as he was last season. I think now with the way Man United are going at the moment, I think Manchester United would be a smart move. But what I'm really interested in is if he goes to Man United, what happens to the likes of Greenwood? Or I think Dan James gets way out of the picture, gets shipped out on loan, or they sell him because he's not getting a look in at the moment. But Greenwood's being used as that right midfielder, which isn't his natural position. Sancho comes in, takes that position. What happens to Mason Greenwood at that point? I know that's not really what we're talking about. I think that's an interesting.
I think the plan for Man United going forward has always been to get that right winger in, where they wanted Sancho in last summer, and eventually transition, because Greenwood's natural position isn't a right winger; it's a striker. Throughout the youth team, he's always played through the middle as a number 9. So and his finishing is unbelievable. Like, you playing through the middle, you're going to get goals, and he's going to take your chances. I think that the plan for Man United was always to be. Bring Sancho in, I'll bring a right winger in, transition Martial and Greenwood through, and eventually drop Martial out, because at the moment he's not been favouring Martial. He hasn't been playing all that often. I wouldn't be surprised to see him leave in the next few windows, to be honest. But yeah, I think Sancho's the right destination for Man United, and I think Man United, it suits all parties, doesn't it? United need a right winger. Sancho wants to come to the Premier League. It suits both parties.
There's a couple other destinations as well, because we're kind of short on time. We'll quickly run through it. We'll give it a yes or no and just tell me why. All right?
Okay, all right.
Chelsea, yes or no?
For Sancho or Haaland?
For Sancho, we'll stick with Sancho.
No. Too many attacking players.
No, I think they've got Callum Hudson-Odoi coming through a lot more as well. Pulisic or them lot. No.
Yeah, a waste of money, really, and not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say a waste of money, but it's a waste of talent.
I don't think he'll play as much as he could at other clubs.
Liverpool, yes or no?
Yeah,
if they sell Salah or Mane, potentially.
And I think Salah will go in the summer. I think it'll be his final chance for. I think it'll be final chance for.
There are also rumours they're looking at Rafinha. You can't have him. Next.
Barcelona, yes or no?
The way the Barcelona are for him, it might not be a good move, but it'd be a good move for Barcelona to bring him
Good
in.
move for Barca, bad move for
For
Sancho.
Sancho.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
Haaland? What about Haaland?
One more club.
One more club. Sorry.
This could be. This is a club that Bayern Munich.
No.
No.
John?
Not at the moment. No, with Gnabry, Sane, Koeman. No.
I think that could be a. But they're lacking on the left side.
I think he makes his.
Come on.
I think if he wins the league with Man United, that's such a good bit for his career.
Yeah.
I think he can make his career so much better in the Premier League. I think
with Barca and Bayern, they haven't got the money. They can't compete with the likes of Chelsea.
Bayern.
They probably do.
No, there's not the money. They haven't got the money that
Champions League.
They haven't got the money that United, Chelsea, and Liverpool have got, though, have they? Put it in that perspective. United, they're three of the richest clubs in the world. I don't know, but
yeah. Well, let's go on to Haaland now.
Yeah.
I think the number one destination, the one that he's very strongly linked to, seems to be Manchester City.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's the perfect club for him.
Do you think that's the right? Do you think that's the right club for him?
I think that if he goes to the Premier League, I think that's got to be the club. I think an argument for him is potentially stay at Dortmund. Like, he's young, he's still making himself at Dortmund. If he continues, he may be able to go for a bit more. But I think if he's going to move to the Premier League, I think Man City is the ideal place. Aguero, we don't know how long he's going to be lasting for, like injuries and stuff we're seeing this season. I think if you look at who else they've got up front, Gabriel Jesus isn't being used, and I think pretty sure he's fit. He was on the bench yesterday. He doesn't come on. They're literally playing without a number 9.
He doesn't trust him.
They're literally playing without a number 9, and Gabriel Jesus is on the bench. I think it'd be the perfect. I think you look at the link up he could have.
Manchester City as well.
Yeah, exactly. If not City, Leeds.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think the only clubs I could see him going to, he's got the ties with City, hasn't he? Where his dad used to play. He's got the ties with Leeds, but
if we do something in the next couple of years and get some money,
realistically, John, he's not going to go to Leeds.
The opportunity count for Haaland, but you had to sell Bamford.
No, see, I was about to say he's on the bench if he comes now. He's on the bench if he comes now.
John, seriously?
No, I've Bamford. I've Bamford over Haaland.
Seriously?
That man is a fantastic human being. He's donating iPads to schools. He's banging in goals against Van Dijk.
He's Eric Haaland. This is like a generational talent.
John. I think Van Dijk got injured, so we didn't have to play Bamford again. I think.
Oh my God! Right, okay. Right, let's quickly finish off the quick yes or no game like we did with Sancho.
Okay.
There's a couple of Chelsea is one. Yes or no?
No.
They haven't. No. Giroud and Tammy Abraham.
Yeah, and then the guys as well.
I think it's the same argument with Sancho.
Yeah. It's a similar argument, isn't it?
Real Madrid.
Yes, definitely. That's the only other team I can see him going to, him or City.
Yeah.
He can build a team back again. If they have a mint summer again. I remember that I saw an Instagram post the other day that showed not Man City, showed Real Madrid's summer when they signed Ronaldo, and the players they brought in that one transfer window was insane. And maybe they're set for another transfer window like that, with a lot of teams losing money because of the pandemic, and they're not performing as well as they probably should be. Perhaps they may be thinking about something like that. So if they bring in Haaland, hasn't he got a buyout clause this summer as well?
Yeah.
Is that coming next year? Not sure, but apparently, rumour of it does or not. Well, if it does, they can bring him in. They can have a look at Mbappe if they were, because that's where he's going to end up. Isn't he? Mbappe is going to end up at Real Madrid one day. It's just going to happen. If they can get that front three, would be incredible. If they could get it,
Rodrigo in there as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I mean.
But no, I think the one thing you got to look at though is I think teams are going to struggle to to buy players. With the pandemic, I think Sancho and Haaland probably do need to leave because Dortmund are looking in a bit of a mess right now. Probably depends who comes in, but teams are going to struggle. Like you're looking at 80, 100 million, probably more for Haaland. Same with Sancho. You're looking at 100 million again there. So teams are going to struggle to bring that in.